Welcome and join me in Tirana, Albania, on the first day of my whistle-stop tour of 3 Balkan countries, Albania, Kosovo and North Macedonia. In each place, I'll actively seek out friendly locals to chat with and get their advice on what I should see, what I should eat and what I should drink in their part of the world. For anyone new to my channel, I love to write and play my own music, so you'll hear my compositions and my piano improvisations throughout all of my videos. Enjoy. And this is Ray, who kindly offered to sit down in a cafe and start off by telling me where to go.
The castle of Tirana actually is very good. It's a very good place. You got traditional food, bars, a place to walk. You also got like a shopping center on it where you can buy something. Yeah, that's really good for the start. And for the food over there, if you would like to eat something good, on the castle of Tirana you got traditional restaurants where they have their own menu. You're just gonna have to order the kind of meat that you want.
And what about for the meat lovers? What do you recommend?
Well, Tav Veil. Tav Veil. Veil. Alright, yeah. So something like that. It's called something like with a dirt, you know, it's like a dish with a dirt. The dish it's made with dirt.
Like a clay pot?
Yes, exactly like a clay, actually. And you do that. You got meat also. It's not like a soup, but it's with meat inside it and all the spices and things. You should definitely try it. They make it very, very good, especially on Tirana.
Should I definitely drink today?
What you should definitely drink
Obviously
today
not.
is try rakia.
Yeah.
It's traditional for Albania. Mostly from Balkan. In Albania, we make it very good. It's made out of grape. We got also different types of rakia. For example, you got with nuts, actually, that you make from the peel of the nuts, and you make it. It's actually very good. We got also a beer called kuchalash. Try saying that.
Once again,
Kuchalash.
Kuchalash.
Yes. So start on block. They're actually like nice bars over there. You got Charles Bistro. You got Magic Club. They're both very good places actually that you enjoy. They have good music, good people, also friendly people. So I think you have the time of your life.
Excited to experience the time of my life, I head back out into the soggy streets of Tirana, walking across the Lana River, which flows through the city, once heavily polluted but now revitalised with lots of green spaces and walkways for pedestrians and tourists like me. We're now headed to the Castle of Tirana, also known as the Tirana Fortress, which is a historic site located here in the heart of the city. It was originally built during the Ottoman period in the 18th century, but has undergone several restorations. Now it serves as a cultural and tourist attraction, and most importantly, it's where I'm going to have lunch and a beer. Before I left the cafe, Ray suggested that I visit this particular restaurant called Seren, which I suppose means serene in Albanian. I can't see the dishes that he recommended specifically, but this menu for one person looks interesting, so I think I'll give that a go. Along with a beer. And a rakia, of course. The beer was rather nondescript, But the rakia, despite its being 40% or more, was really mellow and went down a treat. Flea, I think this one was called, was pleasant, as was the chicken kebab and the lamb chops that I forgot to film. But all in all, Seren was a good stop and set me up for the rest of my exploration around the city. Within the castle of Tirana there are plenty of tourist shops selling souvenirs. In this shop I've just bought a small bottle of olive oil and a bracelet made from olive wood. I'd love to take back some rakia, but unfortunately, because I'm travelling light, I'll have to do that at my final stop, Skopje, at the airport. Anyway, the next stop is the pyramid, which is apparently a striking and controversial structure. The pyramid was initially built as a museum dedicated to Enver Hoxha, but fell into disrepair. But recently renovated, it now serves as a modern cultural space and landmark of Tirana, and a place where I hope to get a good view of the city. From the top of the pyramid I could hear the call to prayer from a big mosque, which I could see in the distance, otherwise known the Ethem Bey Mosque, which is an 18th century structure. I thought I'd go and check it out, as it's admired for its intricate frescoes and its role in Albania's cultural heritage. I didn't go inside, but I thought I'd go and get a closer look. And you'll see where I pause that I get a patriotic Albanian hand gesture representing the double-headed eagle of the Albanian flag. When I told Ray that I was going to Kosovo the next day, he said that people there are even more patriotic about their Albanian heritage than the people in Tirana. We're now approaching Skanderbeg Square, which is the central plaza of Tirana, and was named after the Albanian national hero, Skanderbeg, of course. The square is surrounded by some important landmarks like the Opera House, the National Museum, the mosque that we've just passed. It also apparently offers some views of the Deiti mountain in the distance, which would have been nice, but today, unfortunately, we're not going to get to see that. So I think that calls for a drink. Keen to try Ray's food recommendation, I found this restaurant where they serve local beer and the dish in dirt, the clay pot called tab theo, which was really delicious, especially with the roasted rosemary on top, served in that bubbling dish. And I continued the recommendation to Block, which used to be restricted to communist leaders apparently, but today it's now packed with trendy cafes, restaurants and banging nightlife. I find myself at the Irish pub, but feeling a bit weary after a long day, I decide to head back, get a good night's sleep, and feel well rested for my next day ahead, my trip to Pristina, Kosovo. For anyone looking to visit Tirana, I would recommend doing Airbnb. You can get some really affordable accommodation. I paid about £25 a night for this place. and now I'm going to the bus station to catch my bus, which takes about 4 hours or so, to Pristina, the capital city of Kosovo, a country which has been on my list for some time now. The reason I didn't in the past was because I was teaching English in Serbia, and I was warned that if I went into Kosovo and I got a stamp in my passport, then I might have problems re-entering Serbia on the grounds that I would have entered the territory, because Serbia doesn't acknowledge Kosovo's independence, illegally. So I never went. But today, as I don't often go to Serbia, I thought it's worth chancing the trip and seeing the place with my own eyes. Tonight I'm checking into the Emery Hotel, which is located in the heart of the city. I decided not to stay in an Airbnb tonight, out of convenience sake really. Just wanted to have a quick shower, change my clothes, and head out into the city to explore to see what it has to offer. It's definitely worth watching where you step, as there are plenty of wires and pipes randomly hanging out of the ground. Something to remember after a couple of rakias. My next friends, who came in the form of Erona and her sister, who I met outside the pub, kindly offered to sit down, have a drink with me, and give me some information about their country and their hometown, Peja.
If you're hungry, then you should go to take some hamburgers. There are the best hamburgers in Europe here. There's a place called Aba Hamburger, and they make the best and the most delicious hamburgers ever. To try some traditional food, then maybe you can try a place called Skopje. It means old house in English. Yeah, and you can try some traditional food. You should visit Peja. Peja is located at the west side of Kosovo, and it's also near Montenegro. Yeah, and you should try some traditional food there. People from Peja are very nice, and you should visit mountains and go up hiking. Light hiking is the best. Yeah, yeah, and since we're talking about Peja, Peja has this traditional beer.
Cheers.
And you can try that traditional beer. It's very good. It's made and produced in Peja, and it's traditional for like 30 years. They produce.
Kazua.
Right.
Was it me? Or is my glass of rakia dancing? Time to go back to the hotel, I think. Morning. And good morning from Pristina. And he looks how I'm feeling right now. Unfortunately, I don't have very long in Pristina. Just a couple of hours before I have to get to the bus station to catch my onward bus to Skopje, Macedonia. So during these hours that I have, I'd like to take in a couple of the key sites of the city. The first of which is the Newborn Monument. The Newborn Monument is a symbol of Kosovo's independence, which was unveiled in 2008, I believe. The monument is frequently repainted with designs that reflect the nation's aspirations and struggles. In 2018, for example, the letters were covered in barbed wire patterns, and they featured the names of the countries that didn't recognise Kosovo's independence. Even today, 8 countries around the world still don't recognise the country's independence, such as Argentina, Brazil, China, India, Indonesia, Mexico, Russia and South Africa. Ah, the Posh Burger Restaurant, serving up Kosovo's national dish, hamburgers. And hello Bill, fancy seeing you here. The Bill Clinton statue is a tribute to the former US president for his role in Kosovo's liberation. Apparently there's also a street named after Tony Blair, but I haven't got time for that. So here I am headed to the bus station to catch my bus from Pristina to Skopje. The 2 to 3 hour bus ride connects the capitals, traversing the scenic Shah Mountains. I'm looking forward to the views of rolling hills, valleys and rural villages along the way. So welcome to Skopje, Macedonia. And here I am walking over one of the many bridges that span the Vardar River. Not sure which one this is, possibly the Stone Bridge. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But there are a number of notable bridges, such as the Art Bridge, several of which are adorned with these lovely statues celebrating Macedonian history and culture. Try not to drop my phone there. And we're just entering the main square in Skopje now, which is known as Macedonia Square, which is the city's central hub and a focal point for locals and tourists. And you can see here this statue dominating the square, which is the warrior on a horse, which is apparently widely believed to be Alexander the Great. I don't really know where I'm going at this stage, so we are in need of a local to give us some information about the city. At the moment I'm just being drawn by this impressive fortification perched up there on the hill. So I'm just going to see where these streets take me, and I think it's time for some piano music while I search for what I'm looking for. I should probably mention at some point that this is my first ever travel vlog, so I'm quite excited to be doing this, but I will ask you to bear with me while I get to grips with the filming with my camera, the microphones, which I got especially for this trip, but I'm not really very happy with. So please excuse the quality of the sound in the next part of the vlog, where I interview my next friend, who is called Taya. Spelt T-E-A, like tea. Cup of tea. Hello, cup of tea. Hello, Taya.
So we're right now at the Macedonian pub in Skopje. A new bar opened. You should visit the old bazaar. You still have time for that. Maybe even bargain a little bit, get some really nice stuff, and you can also try the local food. You're already trying the local drinks, so.
What is this, by the way?
That's rakia. That's cherry rakia. It's a homemade.
Sorry about that.
One. We have also queens, apricot, the most popular grapes, plum as well, and we also have the sweet ones, the honey, blueberry. Blueberry is most popular here as well. For food, definitely get the tapche gravche, and if you like pork, the pork ribs are really good. And you also have, if you like chicken, the chicken thighs, and also shopska salad. That is also must try. Kebabs as well, pita, burek. Like those are the stuff you should get them.
So thank you very much, Taya, for your advice, and feeling a bit peckish now. I'm going to head out into the bazaar, in the old bazaar, have a wander around, take in some sights. Love these streets, the pomegranates, the umbrellas. Taya recommended a couple of restaurants towards the end of the street. She said pretty much any of them would be good to try this tavche, bavche, gravche, bavche, tavche, something like that. Hello. Tavche gravche. Check out my pronunciation now, I've tried it. I think the rakia helped. Anyway, it's very delicious. Thank you, Taya, for the suggestion. But now it's time to go back to London. Thank you very much for watching, and catch you at the next one.